Well, a week has passed, right. There were some difficulties in not spending the income, but we communicated and we talked it over. And in the end, our result was not that a penny was spent during this week. We have all our documents together and now we can get down to financial planning actions. I'll remind you, there are 15 of them. On the screen, the 15 financial planning actions come up. They will also be part of the supplemental materials. You have that full list of all the financial planning actions and it's all described there in detail. You can always use it when you carry out the financial planning actions. So, action 1. 1. Income planning. This is planning which forces in marketing, promotion, sales and delivery, which will result in income. It is the first step in the sequence as income must be made before it can be spent. L. Ron Hubbard. Not only do you have to plan the income itself, but also the actions which will increase our income. Aha! I analysed your past advertisements and found out that the biggest income splash occurred when you advertised on the internet. So, I propose that this week, then we'll have to remember our successful actions that we've done in the past and repeat them. Actually, speaking of actions, I want to tell you that they too can be income actions. Let's keep it simple. We have these cards where people can fill in their information. That's why my idea is to emphasize the sale of bedroom sets or some such action. That we can do. Write it down, Dasher. Look, if this reinforces the sales, their approximate worth is around $1,500 each one. Yes, each one. Then we'll also sell an additional 100 bedroom sets at $1,500. Then we'll have our million right there. I think that next week we're not just going to make 700,000 as we planned, but $1 million. Right. It seems that this is the main step of financial planning. I remember that one of the companies which knew this data, unfortunately, they called me over to see how we're doing our financial planning, and they went straight into dividing up the money. And I asked them, what about income planning? What about the income actions? And right away they brought me something saying how much money they were owed. Right. And it turned out to be $1 million. Although their financial planning program number 1 was $4 million. And we sat there, not like we were sitting here for just a couple of hours, we sat there for half a day doing the first action. Financial planning action number 2. Ensure that financial planning program number 1 is done for the organization and maintained. L. Ron Hubbard. Let's take a look at what it means that the financial planning program number 1 is being done. Let's do it. We have the program itself, right? But we don't have the money. Yes, we don't have the money. Next week we have to minimally make $1 million, right? Although $1,300,000 would be better to make up for what we're missing this week. Doing the program means make the necessary income happen. If the company's goals change, then we have to take a look at that as well and change the goal in the financial program number 1, right? Right. So, when we finish paying off our credit, then some, we'll definitely rework our financial planning program number 1. So if necessary, we'll also revisit the components of our program. For now, we're not going to revisit them. Now we need to make it happen next week with the actions that we planned in step 1. Now, we did the first action and we did the second. Let's go on to the third action, directing the outlay of funds. Meaning, we're now going to go through the procedure of allocating the money. Irina, are we going to count the percentages by hand every time? You're using the admin solution program, but you're not using the most important section, to me as a financial manager, called financial planning. Finally, I'll know how this is done. I've long wanted to. It's done in a simple and easy way. Alright, so hurry up and show us.